Hello, everybody. Wolf Fang here. Today is Tuesday, December the 10th. And a beautiful, gloomy day it is. So, the sun's not shining, the birds aren't chirping. That was an all right day. Nothing exciting happened today. Except for some stuff on the news. I don't know how many people out there follow football, but the Cincinnati Bengals won last night, and the quarterback, Joe Burrow, who lives in Cincinnati or in the area, well, his house got broke into last night. And apparently this is an ongoing thing. His house isn't the only one. But what I'm getting at, like I just told my wife, a person with that kind of money would have to have security cameras, something. I mean, have that house, Well, how they found out, I guess somebody that works for him was going to the house to maybe clean it up or get it together for when he got home that night. And they found that one of the bedrooms, somebody broke in and just tore the bedroom up, I guess. Well, this young lady sees this and knows something's not right. So she calls her mom. And they were reading this from a police report. So they don't know if the mom called or if their mom said, hang up, you call the police, or if they both called the police. Nobody knows. But I thought that was kind of funny. Go into a house, apparently you know the house, and what you see, oh shit, somebody broke in. I better call the police. No, I'm going to call my mom. I thought that was pretty good. I feel sorry. And it's Joe Burrow's birthday today, and he's 28 years old. If anybody cares. But like I was just telling my wife, 28 years old and that kind of money. Wow. I bet you if he doesn't have a good security system on the house, he's going to get one now. So anyway, today for my spam report, I am not going to read something. I'm going to share a video. It's a 3-minute video, but it's about what I've been talking about and brought up and Mad Shad's panel test the other night. It's about all the bullshit that is being put into our food. And I saw this article at work today. It said FDA, it looks like they want to ban the color red, that dye. So let's check out this video. Hopefully this works.
The administration says it may finally move to ban red dye number 3.
Yeah, that's a synthetic coloring. It's made from petroleum found in drinks, snacks, cereals, candies. On top of that, the FDA is also looking at reevaluating red dye number 40. In the last 3 years alone, 3 states have either passed or introduced laws to ban certain artificial dyes, citing research that they can cause hyperactivity in children. The FDA maintains food dyes are safe when used in ways recommended by the agency.
More on this. Let's bring in NBC News medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel. Doctor, good to have you with us. So red dye number 3, it's been under fire for quite some time now, at least a decade. What are people most worried about when it comes to this?
Yeah, Joe and Savannah, I think the most concerning things are some of the linkages to hyperactivity disorder. There have been studies in male rats that have early predisposition to cancer. And I think overall just more concerning is that there's growing evidence that these color additives can cause harm, especially in children where your brains are growing, you don't deal with as much body mass, that can warrant a ban overall.
So, Dr. Patel, what does the research say? You just mentioned some of it, some of the things that we're concerned about with rats and with children's brains, but are there any definitive studies here on the positive or negative effects of red dye number 3?
Yeah, so the FDA advisory committee did look at a review of some of these kind of links between hyperactivity disorder, artificial food dyes, beyond red dyes, and did see that there was what we call a causal relationship. Savannah, we talk about this a lot. Sometimes we do studies and we correlate
I
things,
talk
like
about
you
it all the
find
time.
something and you're not sure if the thing that you're talking about causes it. In this case, the advisory committee did say that upon review of many studies, that they did see a causal link between exposure to color dyes and hyperactivity in children in a general population. So that, it's that's exactly where that I think the kind of question now is that this is something that is most concerning. That study, by the way, these kind of back and forth between the advisory committees about these causal relationships is also one of the reasons that these reviews, I think, are constant and important. And right now, the FDA oversees 75% of the food supply, but we don't actually have as much study into the harm after the food is out in the market. So I think that added to these studies and kind of the advisory committees, as well as what Europe and California have done with banning a number of these substances has led to, I think, some of the kind of laws that you're seeing today, and also some of the FDA kind of action that you're finally seeing.
Yeah, so I mean, with states already taking action, how long could it take to see a ban like this go into effect? And just what would be the impact of a nationwide ban?
Right. So let's talk about what California did. California did this last year, but their effect won't go into place into 2027. That's because you need to give time for food manufacturers to not only put warnings into place, labels into place, but also to put substitutes. That doesn't happen overnight, Joe. So I wouldn't expect anything that could be done this year or next year to actually take place for several years to give people that same amount of time. But I want to just warn people, red dyes and some of these other dyes that we're talking about might be very obvious in bright drinks or in candies. That's what I thought. I was surprised to learn that you can find this in everything from casseroles to kind of products that I wouldn't think had red dye, like vegan meat products, for example. So it's in a lot of things. Look at your labels until then.
All right, there you go. And like I said, they said they've been studying this stuff for a while, and I found it odd. California's just doing something, started something last year, and it won't go into effect for what, 2027, she said. Wow. But at least, I don't know, it'll bring light to more people. Hey, this shit's not good for you. But I mean, I like when I was a kid, Tang, that was artificial. Was that shit bad for you back then? I don't know. You were drinking the same stuff the astronauts were. They didn't drink Tang up there. Their stuff was all in a pouch. It was like toothpaste. Anyway, so like I said, the article caught my eye today at lunchtime. And I was like, wow, we were just talking about this. So that's why I shared this. I don't usually share a video like that, but I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let somebody else talk for a while. Oh, hell. Anyway, that's all I got for today. That I can think of anyway. Oh, Taylor Swift is done with her tour. She made $2 billion. Yep. I know a lot of people do not care, but that little bit, that 2 billion, I was like, holy crap. Good for her. And she did share the money with her crew. They made sure they said that in the article too. When I see an article, if it catches my eye, I have to check it out. Kind of like the pythons in Florida yesterday. I just scroll through. It's like, oh, what's this? Anyway, this is Wolfang. Have a great Tuesday evening. Blessed be, stay safe, and I will bullshit with y'all later. Bye.